Alrighty. Okay. So, hello, Freedom Family. How are we doing today? Super excited to be here with you. If you, like I said, if you're catching me live, just put live in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, just let me know by commenting replay so I can connect with you later. All right. So today we are diving onto a topic that I know we all face at some point or another. And that's really how to stay motivated and consistent. And it's motivated and consistent on the journey to really build the life that you have always dreamed of, and ultimately so that you can free yourself, right? That's the goal. We want to free ourselves. So whether we're just starting out on the journey or we've been on this path for a little while, staying motivated can certainly be a challenge. It is a challenge for majority of people. Um, and remember that it is a skill. There is part of this that it's a skill. And just like with any new skill, it takes time to learn, to try, to fall down, and before we can really master anything, right? And so it is a skill to master if we want to change our results. But let's be real for a second. How many of you have started something that you were super excited about, but a few weeks or even a few days in, that the fire started to fade, right? How many? Maybe you got busy, maybe you had fear creep in, you had doubt creep in, maybe outside people started to tell you, negative things. And maybe life just threw you completely off track. It happens to every single one of us. And I want you to know that you're definitely not alone on that. And the thing is with motivation. So motivation is like spurts of energy. It's something that we all experience in waves. Okay. It's not permanent. So that's important to know. But also when it comes to consistency is what separates those whose dreams stay dreams versus those who really make it happen. Okay. So it's not it's not a linear path, all right? It's literally like this. But as long as we're going kind of on the upscale towards the dream, the life of our dreams, then that's the most important thing. Okay. So how do we stay consistent then? And even when the motivation dips a little bit. So that's what I really wanted to dive into today. So today I'm going to share 3 key tips that have helped me personally, have helped my clients personally. And again, coming from timeless teachings, a lot of my teachings are inspired by my mentor, Bob Proctor, being a certified consultant and coach under him. And even when the motivation seems to disappear, right? It's like, how do we get back to that motivation and, of course, build the habit of consistency? So, number one, you must connect to your divine purpose and impact. And it's okay that we get disconnected at times. In fact, at the beginning of this, you're probably going to get disconnected quite a lot. So, we just have to reconnect. When we lose the motivation, it's because we've lost the connection to the deeper reason for starting in the first place. So just take a moment and ask yourself, why did you begin this journey? What is the ultimate vision that you have for your life, your business, your freedom, your impact? What's the vision of that? And remember, your purpose is the sun. It doesn't move, and it literally drives you forward, and the difference that you're making in other people's lives. The difference you're making in other people's lives is not your purpose. This is where a lot of, I don't know, teachings go a little astray, right? We think, what do I have to do? What do I have to be when I'm older? What career path am I taking? And they attach their purpose, their sole purpose, to what they're doing. That's not it. Your purpose is your sun, because the truth is that your career, what you're actually doing, your business, your I guess hobbies or whatever you want to call it, those can change. Like, how many times have you changed directions? I've changed directions multiple times because I am always growing, evolving, and changing. And so my goals have changed, my vision has changed, but my purpose has never changed. Okay, so your purpose should always be your foundation. So what is that purpose for you? And I'll share an example for me. My purpose is to grow. My purpose is to grow on a soul level. My purpose is to evolve. That's my purpose. It's not complicated. That's my purpose. And so my vision for my life is always around that. What vision, what path is going to keep me on purpose? Right? And so with that, I want to make a big impact with other people too. So that's part of my vision. Me teaching, me coaching, me mentoring people, that's not my purpose. That is a passion of mine, and that's part of my vision, but also that's going to keep me on purpose. Okay. So hopefully you can tell the difference there. And so you can see that it's backed by purpose. Okay. So write it down, visualize it, visit it every single day, 100 times a day if you have to. You have to emotionally get connected back to your freedom, your happiness, and living your life on your terms. Get back to that, get emotionally connected with that. Okay. Tip number 2 is to set smaller soul aligned goals and to take aligned action. You know, a lot of times we have this, especially when we're dreaming and we're visualizing, we get boom, we get downloaded with this huge vision, right? We get this beautiful, beautiful vision of impact, of purpose, of abundance, and all the things. But that can feel overwhelming because where you are now and where you want to be feels like a really, really, really big gap. Okay. And that can get easily overwhelming. And it makes it very easy to give up. So instead, I suggest that you break this huge goal or this huge vision, because especially in this container, in our coaching container, we talk about C-type goals. Those are goals that we have no flipping idea how we know, like how it's going to happen. Because that's the purpose of a goal, is to grow you. If you know how to do it, it's not a goal, right? So we do want to build this huge vision, but then we want to chunk it down. We want to chunk it down into what we call base camp goals. It's like, okay, what's the first goal that I got to do that's going to get me in that direction? And it's got to be a stretch, but not so big that it's going to scare me out of being consistent. You know what I mean? So we want to kind of chunk it down. And with that, we want to make sure that those are all in alignment, or it's all got to be in alignment. So it's got to be in alignment with our values, with our purpose. Everything's got to be in alignment here, or else we won't have flow. So then we want small wins to build that momentum, and momentum builds motivation. Okay. Friends, we have many responsibilities and roles in the day. This is the societal frame that we live in. If you live in a societal world, you are bombarded with distractions, responsibilities, people asking you to do all kinds of things for them. You got your families, you got other jobs, you got caregiving, everything. So once you have your goal, once you have your clarity, just start every day. All we can do every day is get 1% better, right? So create a list of 6 goal achieving activities that will move the needle. And then prioritize those 6 goal achieving activities in order of importance in terms of which ones are going to move the needle the most out of these 6. Prioritize it that way, because if you don't happen to complete all 6 in the day, that's okay. You at least got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 things done. Not a list of 20 things to do. Okay. We don't need we don't need more to do on our to-do list. Just 6. Just pick 6 for the day. Don't overwhelm yourself. It's so easy for us to do that, right? And then what you want to do is time block those activities, even if it's okay. Activity 1, I'm going to do first thing in the morning. Activity 2, I'm going to do when I have it, when I have a little bit of, 20 minutes at lunchtime. Activity 3, I'm going to do it. If you work full time, I'm going to do it as soon as I get home from work before any other household responsibilities, right? So chunk it down into your day, time block it, schedule it into your calendar, and commit to doing it. Commit to doing it. The ones that when I say prioritize the ones that's going to move the needle the first, usually that's the ones that we resist doing. because we haven't formed a habit on a subconscious level to do them. And fear gets in the way. Fear, worry, doubt gets in the way all the time. How many of you can relate to that? So consistent action, it actually happens on a physical level. So can we all agree that we have to physically move our body in order to change our results, right? We know action and behavior causes results. But most people don't understand that the cause of our actions actually lies in our subconscious programming. Our subconscious mind is what causes this body to physically move. This is why people are trying to change results, but it's on a secondary symptom level, right? It's a secondary cause. Your actions are a secondary cause of results. So we actually have to go to the primary cause of results, which is in your subconscious mind. And your mind is made up of two parts, to keep it simple: our conscious mind, our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is where all of that negative mental programming lies. And it's in control of your body, and it's in control of 95% of your results that you get in your life. So if you're not aware of this, how can you change your results? How can you change your habit of being consistent? Consistency is just a habit. It's a physical habit, right? So the first step to that is to just become aware, become aware of what are these fears? What is literally stopping my body from taking action? What are the thoughts that I'm having? What are the beliefs, the limiting beliefs that I'm having? Because it's in there. It's why you're not being consistent and why you're not staying motivated. Become aware of what that is. And then flip it. This is what we do. We flip it. We flip it around. We flip our thinking. We flip our belief system. And we want to align our thinking, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our belief system with the action that we want to create. So what is that action that's going to move the needle towards your goals? Create your thinking. Guys, we get choice. We get to choose what we think. Right now, we are so unconscious about all this is that we're not even thinking. We think we don't have choice. We have choice. We have free will. This is the beauty of being a human. Okay? We have choice. So flip your thinking, match your thinking, your thinking and your beliefs with the actions that are going to get you the results that you want to get. And then through repetition, we got to anchor all that into our subconscious mind through repetition and consciously choose to show up and commit every single day. Make it a priority. And listen, if we fall off the wagon one day, it doesn't mean you beat yourself up. We are so freaking hard on ourselves. We are so judgmental. We are so critical. Again, that's the way you're programmed. But don't be hard on yourself. Just get up the next day and choose to be 1% better. That's it. 1% better, 1% better. Today, I'm going to choose to be 1% better. What does that mean? What area am I going to be 1% better? Okay. Maybe you did one of the actions off of your list the day before. Well, today I'm going to do 2. If if we really have to mini step this, that's okay too. Don't compare yourself to anyone's journey. This is your journey, okay? Tip number 3, create accountability. This one is huge, 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 huge. It is so easy to give up when nobody is watching, right? But when you have accountability, whether it's a mentor, a community, or a structured plan, you're more likely to stay consistent because there's other people there to keep you on track. They don't do the work for you, but just having them there and having this sense of accountability. Why do you think personal trainers are so powerful? Because you're being held accountable. Even gym classes, study groups, right? We show up because we're being held accountable. So having a solid support system plus a proven framework can really make all the difference in whether you keep going or get stuck in the cycle, this painful cycle of starting and stopping, getting stuck on this hamster wheel. And so this is why we actually created the 5-week Passion to Profit program. So my little guinea pigs of our 5-day Passion to Profit Masterclass, oh my goodness, I just love it because they showed up, they committed, they got major, major shifts and transformation. So, it really showed me that this is needed. It is not being taught in this way. It is not, there's so much freaking information and fluff out there, guys. It is just sticking in your conscious level. It's not creating permanent change. And so I really wanted to create something where I give you the deets, I give you the goods straight to it. I tell you exactly what you need to do, but then let's be accountable. Let's create a community. Let's get this shit done. We have lives to change. We have growth to be had in our lives, right? So it's all about helping you stay motivated, consistent, and aligned. Oh my goodness, alignment is everything. Aligned with your soul's purpose every step of the way. It's not just about building a profitable business. No, that's not what this is about. It's about creating a life that reflects your deepest passions and brings you the freedom that you freaking deserve. Come on. Throughout the program, what we do is we actually we dive so much deeper into getting clear on your divine purpose and vision, connecting with your higher self, reprogramming your subconscious to remove limiting beliefs, setting soul aligned goals, and taking the right actions. It's a lot of information, but that's why we've stretched it out into a 5-week program. Plus, you're going to get an incredible community to hold you accountable and to guide you through every single challenge that you do face, because we cannot do this alone. One thing I know for sure is that I couldn't have navigated my growth alone. I always needed a mentor. So if you're serious about turning your passion into, financial independence, but impact, and you want the right tools, the right guidance, the support system to stay consistent and motivated, I would love to invite you into the 5-week Passion to Profit program. I've made it simple, actionable, and it's literally designed to meet you wherever you are in your journey. So if you want more information, just comment interested below or send me a message and I will share all the details with you. We are officially launching October 1st. Yay! So let's make this your time to finally turn those dreams into realities. You guys, you deserve this. It's, we don't want to get to the end of our life. I mean, it's up to you. For me, I never want to get to the end of my life knowing that I wasn't all that I could be in this lifetime. I mean, that's just my personal thing, is that I could have made a much bigger impact if I just learned the right tools, learned how to reprogram my mind, and really got connected and aligned. You don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to stay stuck in the same patterns. If we're trying the same things and we're getting the same results, that's considered insanity. That's the definition of insanity. But again, if we're not aware of all of this, then we are going to keep doing it. And unfortunately, most people just go through life and they drift and they just accept that this is just the way it is. But if you truly want change and you truly want freedom and you want to make an impact, then I know this program can really help you out. So if you found value in today's live, drop a comment below. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Share this video with anyone you think that really needs a little extra motivation today. And thank you so much for being here. Let's keep this momentum going, and I cannot wait to see you turn your dreams into reality.